Okay, the purpose of this video is to help you guys set up the group game. And I'm going to be doing this for the first time as I'm presenting this video. So again, this is another unscripted video regarding the Gazillionaire. So we're going to go through the process of setting up your group game together. Okay, I'll make sure that I post these initial instructions that I'm giving you. But once you join your group in Blackboard, which is going to be where you're going to post all your contributions, you're no longer going to use the Gazillionaire discussion board that everyone can get to. You're just going to use the Gazillionaire discussion board that's actually in your group, in your extra credit group in Blackboard. And I'll make sure that I provide some extra clarification as to where exactly that is located. But before you get started with setting up your group name, obviously you need to appoint a team leader in the group that will take care of setting this up, okay? And that team leader will need to collect the email addresses of the people in the group, which you can get those out of Blackboard, and your group should name your game. Any name that you want to select, make it something fun. And then you need to decide as a group what level you're going to start on, and you can start on the tutorial level or you can move up to the next level. I want to see just how far you get by the end of the semester. So once you make those three decisions, the collecting the email addresses, appointing a group leader, naming your group, and deciding what level you're going to start at, you want to go ahead and your team leader will log in to the Gazillionaire game. Now, obviously, at this point, everyone should have already created their account and taken care of that part of it. If you haven't, then you need to go back to the announcement screen, scroll down, and there's a posting regarding the initial information on Gazillionaire that shows you how to set up your account. Okay, so your team leader will click on Start Group Game, and you will see from the screen that the team leader is going to enter their name. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my full name here, and I'm using this as an example. So I named my group What a Game, okay? And my group has decided that we're going to start at the novice level, so we select that there. We're going to use these planets, and then I'm going to enter the email addresses of the people that I'm going to be playing the game with. So these would be my team members from Blackboard. So all of these email addresses that I'm entering are either old or unused email addresses that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just enter those two email addresses in, and then you're going to click on, of course, if you've got 5 people in your group, then you're going to have 5 emails entered, and then you're going to make the group game. Okay, then you'll see that it'll say your game has been created, your invitations have been sent out. And click here to play What a Game. Now, how this will be different from playing along by yourself, each person will take a turn. So if you've got 5 people on your team, you get a turn, and then the other 4 members all get a turn before you get your next turn, and that's how they maintain it in a competitive way. So if we hit here, now you'll notice that they said the game has been created, the invitations have been sent, so that means that each email address that you entered will receive an invitation to join the game, and then click here to play What a Game. But what I'm going to do right now is I am going to go to AOL, which is the old email account. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Okay. 2,000 unread emails. Yeah, I would say I don't use this email account anymore.
You got mail.
Okay, and then there's every person will receive an email that will give you a login and your initial password on how you log into the group game. And this is a pretty, let me make this a little bigger. You can see in this email, this is a pretty nasty password, so you may just want to go ahead and highlight it and copy it so that you don't have to retype it. But then what you'll do is you'll confirm your email, and then you will log in with your email address and your password, and that should load you into the group game. So let's go ahead and click on this. All right, so we're going to enable the links. This is just something in AOL. Okay, thank you for confirming your email address. It's going back to Gazillionaire. The next time you return, please log in with your email address or username and the password. So there's that nasty password again. Okay. All right, and of course it gives you the option to change your password, which I would strongly recommend, or start playing now. Okay, so before I launch this character here, let me go back to the Gazillionaire and click on play the game. Okay. And it's loading up. Player number 1. Okay, please name your company. Okay, so your company can be, I'll just put what a company. All right. And that's the company that you will use. That will be your personal company that will be competing against the other 5 companies, or the other 4 companies in your group. So you're going to select the ship, and all of this should look familiar. I'll turn the volume down here a little bit. Okay. Once each player has chosen their ship, the game will begin. While you wait, try playing a solo game. Keep in mind you can click on Load Group Game to see if it's your turn. Okay. So then we're going to close out of this, and that's when you will load the group game. Okay, so it's not your turn, and there is, what we're going to be looking for is that each of the 5 people populate into this arena right here. Okay, this is your spot, and then these other spots will be the other players. Okay, now let me go back to start playing now. Okay, waiting for Professor Slaughter and Trade Dev. Okay, so what that's basically saying is what a game is here, and that we're waiting for Professor Slaughter and Trade Dev at tradepire.com. Okay, ALS 1855. Each player has a 20-turn limit. Okay. And so it's not your turn yet, but what I think is going to happen is that you'll click on the group game, and I guess until we see that everyone has accepted, there's nothing that you can do until everyone logs in. So if you're the group leader, you'll want to make sure that you go back into the group Blackboard section and send an email to everybody saying, hey, I've got everybody's email, set up in Gazillionaire. Get in there and confirm that you want to play the game so that you can see everybody is listed and you can see how to get started. Okay, now let's go back to Blackboard, because there's not much to do until everybody accepts their invitation. So one of the things that's really important with Gazillionaire is that if you're going to be playing this game, you need to make sure that you're logging in quite often to see if it's your turn. Okay, so then let's go back to Blackboard. I want to show you a couple of things. You will notice in your class that there is a section called Gazillionaire Extra Credit, and of course many of you are already familiar with this because you registered for the group. Okay, so let's look at Gazillionaires of the Future Team 1. Okay, all right, now this is how you will be able to post your discussions and your answers to questions and things like that. And really what I'm looking at is interaction. I want to see that you're posting your responses and that we're keeping up with the scores and that we can see the rankings and everything, and that'll be part of what the leader will do. Okay, so here we see in group 1 that we have all the group members, and this is 3 of your, this is 5 of your classmates, and then you'll see that all these group tools are available to you to use in your group. So When I post a question for the Gazillionaire players to answer, or you have an assignment that's due, you're going to post it in the Gazillionaire group discussion board. Okay, so as soon as you log in, you'll see that it looks just like all the other discussion boards. You'll just go on in and create a thread and get started. So the other tools that you have, if we go back and look at Team 1, if we look at the other tools, you have a collaboration section, which is the same thing as the Blackboard Collaboration Suite. You can upload files so that if you want to do a print screen or share something with one of your team members, you can actually upload your documents there. Okay. There's a group blog. Most of the time students don't use the blog screen, but it is available to you. There's a discussion board and a journal, and if you have tasks that you want to track in the group, you can create a group task, and then you can set the priority, and this is something that the leader can do. You can use the tasks as an example. In fact, what you might want to do, group leaders, is click on group tasks and create a group task that says we need to decide on a group name by such and such a date. You know, it might be today or tomorrow, but don't let it go too far beyond a day or two. Set the due date and the priority, and then hit submit, and then the other team members will be able to see that that's something that needs to be done. Okay, going back in. Okay, and then if you need to send an email to your group, you can actually pick who you need to send the email to. And of course, these tools are available to everyone, and anyone in the team can use these tools. But I also want to stress to the team leaders that this makes it really easy to communicate with the group. So hopefully this will help you navigate the group a little bit. I'm going to give you a couple of days to get started on this, because you've got a little bit of work to do to set up the Gazillionaire game, and also to kind of get used to your actual group Blackboard site. So if you have any questions, make sure that you give me an email. Once you appoint a group leader, then only the group leader should be submitting questions, because I don't need to have the same question asked by all 5 members. So the group leader will need to take the responsibility for emailing me if there's any particular questions. And what we might do is go ahead and use this public discussion board for any questions that you need answered regarding, you know, anything that you need me to respond to. Okay, so I hope this helps. I know that this video is a bit unscripted, but I think it'll provide you some guidance on how to get started. And if you have any questions, you can email me, and you can also send me text messages. If you need my cell phone number for text messages, just send me an email, and I'll make sure that you get that. I think I posted it. Actually, what I'll do right now is I will go into the Start Here menu, and I'm not going to do this now because I don't want my cell phone number on YouTube, but what I will do is I will post my cell phone number right under Meet Your Professor, so that you can text me to my cell phone if you have any problems getting set up over the next couple of days. And I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks.